Hi, I'm Frank Scarcello, and you're watching Frank Conversations today. I'm with John Mason, who is the mining guy at the CEDC, Community Economic Development Corporation, and John's here to talk about gold. With the price of gold going up recently, or stabilizing at around $12.50 an ounce, there's been some good things happening in northwestern Ontario, and historically, just to give you a little bit a fact out there, that 19% of the gold production in Canada occurs in northwestern Ontario. So things are happening. John, tell us what's been going on.
Well, Frank, thanks for the opportunity to be here with you today. You're quite right. From the production side, we're seeing the large producers like Barrick and Goldcorp leading the charge on the gold theme. Goldcorp with their flagship project in Red Lake Mine. And by the way, they're developing another deposit called the Koshner, accessed by an underground tramway that'll be in production within the next year. Barrick at Hemlo, the largest gold producer in the world. Mm-hmm. This is their only Canadian operation. Their production has been historically in that camp about 25 million ounces, and it would appear they may have another 5 to 10 years remaining. That's very aggressive exploration program. We're quite excited by the rumor mill on that one, and some fact has come out in terms of significant drill intercepts at depth from their existing workings that may suggest they have a longer life. So
just back up a little bit, John. You're a geologist by training.
Yes.
I really like your little hammer here.
I'm branded here.
And I think it's you have great understanding of this very complex industry, right? So things are, again, I just wanted to back up and identify that you're a geologist, right. So again, things are looking good. What are the really bright spots in Northwest Ontario?
Well, thanks, Frank, the question. Yeah, right now, over and above the producers, we're seeing 3 to 4 new projects that are going to be our new kids on the block, our new future. So that 19% number is going to grow. We anticipate, depending on what happens, obviously nationally over the next little bit, to 24% in that range of Canada's production just out of the Northwest. Huge mineral wealth, huge opportunity for business to engage, and workforce development as well on the direct jobs. Mm-hmm. And I remind people all the time, it's the highest paying industrial sector out there in terms of
good jobs.
Good jobs, well paying, and from a whole range of jobs, from the technical side, trade side, right through to professional labor. Mm-hmm. There's a huge opportunity for people in the Northwest to seize the opportunity too.
Is the government doing everything that they could be doing or should be doing to help the gold industry? Because the reason I ask you that is yesterday I was just flipping the channels, I was watching the Ontario legislature just passing by, and a guy stands up and he asks the premier about why is it taking so long for permitting to occur. Right. I think he was talking about some mine in Timmins, and she passed the question off to someone else, but I think that's our own MPP's, that's his area. So what was that guy referring to? Was it accurate?
One of the concerns with the new producers coming on, New Gold, Treasury Metals, Greenstone Gold, these are some of the new players we're going to see adding to our contribution in the Northwest of gold production. Yeah. They're concerned with things like how long it takes to get the permitting, environmental assessment process, how long that is. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's, depending on the size of the project, it could be a federal and a provincial environmental assessment, and that all takes time. Greenstone Gold, to give you an example, which would be in the area of the past producers at Geraldton, right at the turnoff into the community. That's where that deposit sits. Large open pit will be put in. Their feasibility study will be out this month, but they have another year to wait on their environmental assessment. Mm-hmm. And so construction can't start till maybe late 17, early 18. So that's a bit of a delay. One of the other concerns is electricity. Available transmission, the price, but also the supply. Right now we have a bit of a surplus in the Northwest, but we anticipate with new mines coming on and other industrial users like sawmills and other users of that power, we're liable to see a shortfall, and that shortfall is of concern.
So that's a big problem for us.
Right now, energy costs in the existing mines are right around 35% of their total budget per year. So that's a significant piece. Wow. Much more expensive than, say, Quebec or Manitoba, our sister provinces, with respect to the pricing. Yeah. That would include electricity for the mill and mine, but it would also include, due to the fact we're in a bit of a harsh climate at times, we need to heat underground. We need to heat. So you burn propane to heat underground. Diesels run, although we'll see more and more technologies advancing, more and more battery operated vehicles. That's a nice innovation piece we're going to see. But right now, a lot of it's diesel. You have to ventilate that. You have to move that material out.
Sure.
And having said that, if it's wintertime, whatever, you're also heating. So
Yeah.
that's part of the energy cost package.
And that's an issue for Northern Ontario, obviously, and hopefully the government will find a way to handle that.
Yes, they've done it through a variety of different grant programs, which are good. There's one called the Northern Industrial Electricity Rate Program, which really helps. It gives about a 25% rebate back to the producing mines, so that helps quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exciting for Thunder Bay, our city, our region, that the gold is picking up nicely. And what other things have to fall into place, John, in your opinion, for this to start to really move forward? Besides I guess the price of gold is key, right?
Yeah, the stability around that price is good, and we spoke earlier about the difference on the Canadian dollar relative to the U.S. dollar. So that weaker dollar that does help. The products are sold in U.S. dollars quite often. So the all-in sustaining cost, that's a term you'll hear. Miners the companies themselves will figure out what it costs in their particular mine daily to produce that ounce of gold.
Yeah.
And that'll include things like could include overhead, could include exploration, and the cost to mill the material as well, to replace buildings or any other structures.
Yes.
That's all in this all-in sustaining cost. And if that can remain below $1,000 an ounce, which most of the producing mines in the Northwest and the new babies, the new kids on the block will be in that realm, that's important.
Yeah.
So that suggests there's a bit of a margin.
Yeah.
That puts confidence in the service and supply companies. One of the things we want to do is really grow the service and supply sector more.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting. Not only are we not necessarily perceived sometimes as a gold jurisdiction, and that's why I really appreciate the opportunity to speak today. The shadow of the headframe isn't in the city of Thunder Bay, but as a regional piece, it's there in terms of where we're producing, right from Hemlo to Red Lake, and all spots in between, and we'll be producing. So back to the service and supply companies, we have maybe 140 companies in Thunder Bay that engage in the service and supply industry, from fabricators to engineering firms, health and safety firms, a variety of product services. We want to grow that even more.
Yeah.
And that's one of my day job requirements. For every direct job at the mine, there are 3 indirect and induced jobs.
Absolutely.
And it could be right through to financial services, it could be right through to legal, health related. All of these pieces fit into that. So what one mine really drives is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, and the jobs, the mining jobs, are good quality, high-paying jobs. So
we want to debunk the theory that you have to leave Thunder Bay or leave the region to get a well-paying job.
Yeah,
that's certainly not the case, and it's not all about dirt under the fingernails. It's a whole cadre of jobs.
Exactly.
That fit in.
Because this innovation that's happening in mining is really changing this image of a miner, right?
It really is. We're seeing Lakehead University, for example, to give you one example, working with the Gold Corps North American Palladium, north of Thunder Bay, on using forest product materials, oil and other product that comes out of the forest products, chemicals from that, that are less intrusive to the environment in their flotation cells to help them recover gold, rather than using xanthate and other types of nasties. Yeah. We're also seeing research done by Lakehead University on batteries and other high-end lithium-ion applications using graphite and other things that will benefit us all.
Speaking of LU, do we have a mining engineering program there? No.
We do. I'm glad you asked, but we do. There's an affiliation that was signed in the last year with Queen's University. Their famous world-class mine engineering department has linked in with Lakehead University. Okay. So as a joint venture to provide,
makes sense.
Lakehead could provide the field opportunities, the connection to industry, working in the footprint of the mines, and Queen's can provide curriculum development that will complement. So a lot of that's in the early stages in terms of how that's going to grow. They have a strong engineering department, but this will help shore up the mining engineering side.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, John.
Frank, thanks so much.
And again, wanted to have you in because gold is a great story for us. We didn't talk about the Ring of Fire because that's a whole other story, but gold is happening. It's big, and it's going to help Thunder Bay.
Great foundational piece for this community and region.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for watching.